Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Dancing to his left. And a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Throwing, Mariota. And Davis with it left side. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Mariota going underneath for Lewis. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
3rd and goal. Mariota forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for him.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made by Brian Orakpo.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Come on now, Oliver. Come on now. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Wentz now on first down. Incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Ajayi. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. 3rd and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. Working from the gun, Wentz. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. With it is Jackson. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor. And now it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action now. Mariota. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. That one goes for 24 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. One.
Mariota now on 2nd down. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Mariota hands to Henry. And an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a toss play to Lewis. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. After the penalty, it's Henry. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. One.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A Tennessee first down. That one Mariota to Matthews. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On play action, Mariota. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Suckup will put this one right through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me,
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Flush to his right. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Shane Leckler now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here's Jackson. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 15. Second half begins with a run by Henry. Got some room at the 30. And finally down at the 41-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Being chased, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Mike Bennett in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Now Mariota. Left side, caught by Matthews. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Mariota, and that'll be incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. One.
Throwing is Mariota. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch. But you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. Mariota to sneak it. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So the D-line got the push there against the O-line to stop that quarterback sneak.
A really high percentage call on offense. I think it's the right call. But as you noted, if they didn't get the push, you can't get in there. There's no place for him to go. And that's why the whole play got stuffed.
Rolling to his right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now, is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Ajayi, first down and more. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked off by Wesley Woodyard. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
Caught right side, Davis. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the interception by the Titans D leads to a touchdown. And now Mariota and the Titan offense, they're going to line up to go for two. Mariota now. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Great. On the ball.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Ertz has it left side. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Here's Shane Leckler now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. This is taken at the 18. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. Three.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Mariota now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Mariota gives to Henry. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Mariota. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. The Titans on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Mariota. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Mariota now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. This is Lewis. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Back now in Nashville. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. On 2nd down, here's Henry. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. To throw is Mariota. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down. And Suckup will put this one right through. And that one ups the lead to 22-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken at the 3. He'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the cover.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Skirts by him at the 35. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point put through by Suckup, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Wentz to try again after the pick six. Steps away to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Derek Morgan in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
74.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Going long here for Wallace. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kendrick Lewis. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Dion Lewis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point try now for Suckup. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and it finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Throwing his Wentz. Buying time to his left. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. Going long here for Wallace. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charlie, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in.
Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. He was looking for Matthews that time. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Get over there. Here we go.
They'll start out on the ground with a jive. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is. And
there he goes left side. And he'll take it down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Here's Wentz to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. They were looking the way of Decker that time. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Throwing here, Mariota. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Titans on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. Powers through it. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. That's caught inside the 20. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play that time for the Titans. 52 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They come out here in the I. Try to punch it in with Henry. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Here's Henry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number
on the scoreboard for them.